Hello darlings, welcome to Tammy and Tiaras. How are all my beautiful people out there? I hope you've had a great week wherever you are in the world. I hope you've been looking after your mental health because that's the most important thing, isn't it, darlings? If we don't stay well mentally, we can't accomplish a lot with our day, can we? Big welcome to all my new subscribers, and there is a lot of you, so thank you so much for subscribing, and I hope you like the content. My videos are about my daily life here in beautiful Ballarat, or my weekly catch up on my daily life. I like to post a long video once a week, and I like to send some shorts through the week in order to keep you encouraged to keep on going, because mental health is very hard to live with, I know. I wanted to talk about the slow living that I've adopted. Well, darlings, what a difference it has made in my life, and Bert's as well. I have to say, I am a go, go, go person. I like to have 3 or 4 things on the go and like to be busy doing lots of different things. It's just me. But now our life is 150% different, and it's been a huge adjustment for me. But I've adapted and I am adapting, and I'm really enjoying this slower life. And I wanted to talk about the things that I do that have helped me slow down. And it hasn't been a quick process. It's been a long process to do this. So I want you to sit back, make yourself a cup of coffee or tea. I'm going to go and do the same, and I'll be back in a moment and we'll have a chat. So we were going to talk about some things that I've done to slow down. It's been a big challenge for me, but I'm doing it. One of the first things I do is I definitely have a cup of coffee in bed every single morning. I am so lucky. Bert has done that our entire married life, brought me a cuppa in bed. And when we had the children very small and I would be up feeding them through the night, he always made me a Milo in bed. Isn't he gorgeous? So that's one of the things that I do. I do have a coffee in bed of a morning, contemplate my day. So how I contemplate my day is I get my diary. I have 2 diaries. I have my journal diary, that I write all the things in my mental health, and just basically the journal one is more for deep thoughts and clearing the mind and putting down what you've accomplished in the day and things like that. This journal that I bought from Daphne's diary is different. I write in here what I would like to accomplish through the day. Things like wash the windows, weed kill, wash the car. So things that I want to accomplish. Now, they don't have to be done in the one day. They just have to be done sometime in the not too distant future. So that's one thing. I do not push myself to do everything daily anymore like I used to. I put a big tick next to it when they're done, and I feel like I've accomplished a lot. It's a challenge slowing down, but you can do it. I also read this book, which is a beautiful book that my daughter brought me, my eldest daughter. And when I was quite sick in 2021, I think it was. Yeah. May your recovery be swift, she's got written in here, which is a very famous Jane Austen quote. They have little snippets in here, one for every day of the year, from her books. And I love it. And I just put a tick. I've read the book a few times now, but I just put a tick next to the one that I'm reading for the day, and it makes me smile every morning. If they're especially good, I will read it out to Bert, and he'll laugh too because he knows that I love Jane Austen. Who doesn't love Jane Austen? Another thing I do while in bed of a morning, I colour. I colour in my creative Bible that my darling sister brought me. Hello, Deb. Hello, Deb. Hello to all my beautiful family in America. It's snowing over there. It's very, very cold. So I colour in this, and I love colouring. There is something for me about the actual sound of the pencils on the paper. That's what it is. It's all right to have the textures, but they're so quiet. I like the sound. So I've coloured this week, which is really lovely, isn't it? It's a lovely owl sitting there. And I just do a little bit of colouring every morning. I don't try to get the whole picture done. I just do a little bit every morning, and perhaps some days, if I'm especially good, I'll make sure that I read something as well. So they're the things I do in bed of a morning, contemplating my day, about getting up and about starting, and that's really slowed me down because we just ease into the day. It makes it so much better. I also watch nature every morning from our bedroom. Bert and I look out onto the fairy house that I built, where the little babies actually hatch from, the birds, and we feed them daily, and I've created steps up to them, and they go there every day for a bit of bread and whatever meat we've got left over from Lucy, because you know she's a fussy eater. So that's the second thing we do. We enjoy nature very early in the morning and just looking out and seeing what they're up to and embracing the day slowly, not piling out of bed in a hurry, but looking out and seeing what's around and enjoying what's going on around us. That's the second thing that we do every single day. Of course, the third thing is that when we do get up, we go for a walk to our local park, which I'm very lucky. It's just 100 steps practically from my home. So I'm extremely lucky to have that park there. And we do that every day with Lucy, and I go on the swing. I have a big swing for at least 20 getting up to the height, and then I slow down for another 20 or 30, and we come home, and then we start our day. Another thing that I do is I always work with my hands, making handwork or doing some cursive writing or gardening or anything. Use your hands. There's something about doing something with your hands that slows you down. It's definitely something that's needed to be done. And our ancestors did it all the time, didn't they? They would knit the socks, they would knit the vests, they would knit the jumpers. And we didn't have to worry about going to the shops and buying everything because our ancestors would make it. So we were very lucky in those olden days. And I remember my grandmother making things and crocheting me dresses and shawls and things when I was little. And I just absolutely loved them because they were, well, we loved to wear them back then. Nowadays, it's not so much, and hand knitted things are not in fashion anymore. Although they're coming back and there's a big resurge in getting them back, my granddaughters, I do not think would wear a knitted jumper that I made them now, though they did when they were little. I've been knitting this week. Oh, dearie me. Well, you will not know what it is because this is a toy and I'm not real good at making things like this, and I'm really out of my comfort zone making it. But it's a little doll, and this is it so far. Well, yes, I see you laughing. I see you laughing. This was going to be a Christmas angel. And I didn't read the pattern correctly, and I was using this for her body, like for her underclothes, but it's supposed to be part of the top of her dress. So it's supposed to be white, but silly Tammy had it in pink. So believe it or not, this is her head, this is her body, these are her legs, and these are her shoes, because she had to have red shoes, you know, like Dorothy. So that's going to be a little doll, and I do not know how on earth it's going to work it out, but I'm trusting in the process, and I will buy the filling and I will just follow the pattern, and hopefully I can show you something a little bit better than this next week. But I have completed the arms. These are the arms, and I'm assuming they get attached somewhere here. And there's two of them, of course. I have to say, the people that can knit toys, you have got so much creativity because they're not easy to knit. Well, for me, because I'm a visual person, so because I can't actually see it, I'll see it when it's put together. But right now, for me, it's hard to imagine that this is going to be anything cute. So we'll see how it turns out. But she's going to have a pink dress to match this middle one, and then I'll have another go at the Christmas fairy, because I wanted to do lots of Christmas knitting this year. There's something about you get into the hot weather and you don't feel like knitting. And I was watching Mousy Makes, and she always does Christmas in July, and I'm determined to do that this year because it's freezing here in July in Ballarat. So this year I'll do it. Working on her dress. This is the hemline, and there is the part that will actually be the dress. So I'm doing it on the 4 needles. I prefer knitting in the round when I do round things, so that's going to be a dress. I'm hoping to show you something kind of cute next week. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. So, darlings, that's been my week. That's all the news I've got to chat to you about. I do hope you're looking after your mental health and you do take care of yourself. Do something that you want to do every single day, because we just have to do that. You have to look after yourself first. And I'm sending you lots and lots of love from beautiful Ballarat. And God bless to all of you. Bye for now.